Hi everyone. Thanks for tuning in advance for everyone who logs on. As people are logging on, thank you for tuning in on a Sunday, and Pride weekend is happening outside my store. It's really fun environment. Seen a lot of different outfits today, lots of rainbows and like extravagant costumes and pink and fishnets and just like, yeah, it's been a lot of fun to watch Pride weekend, and it's really cool that it is like just a few blocks from my store, even though it means our business isn't necessarily very like busy when there's so much going on, but it's really fun to watch. So thank you for tuning in. I know a lot of you have been at the festival, and so yeah, it's been a good weekend. Let me just pop in. I'm going to share with you my blog because I am getting really focused on it. I'm going to have consistent posts come out every Monday. So I'm going to have a post that's actually related to today's topic come out tomorrow. So let me just see if I can put that link in the comments. Sorry, just give me 1 second. Sorry. This is really creepy. I'm like watching myself go live from my phone to my computer. So yeah, if you want to just kind of creep yourself out, you could go live and then watch yourself. Watch yourself type. It's kind of like an infinity mirror because you see all the different angles of your face. So yeah, that is a link to my blog. I've already written out a few things on personal style development, a few things on minimalism, and it's gonna be like totally all about lifestyle and minimalism and personal style and beauty and just like even science. There is like a whole color theory thing where I went kind of into the science a little bit. So those are my posts so far, and they're going to come out every single Monday. My YouTube videos are going to be a little bit different. Those are going to come out every single Tuesday, and they're going to be more like similar to my live content, but you know, less room for error. Everything's going to be curated and edited and like beautiful imagery and concise. And so if you continue watching my live series, you're going to see I'll probably just try and give you a lot of really strange content or like, you know, philosophy and just maybe storytelling and a little bit of my weirder side. So that's why I'm kind of doing the live and the YouTube and the blog, so you can get all sorts of inspiration on style and lifestyle in different contexts. And yeah, so the YouTube is going to be very edited and refined just to really kind of give you like a minimalist viewpoint and also more imagery to help kind of help you understand some of these concepts that I am covering and that I'm studying and putting into my book. So your signature look, I talked about way back when I started this live series, I talked about style icons. So style icons are people throughout history where their style is kind of, in a sense, timeless or recognizable, or they reflected what was going on in that time period, or they had a really strong look that kind of encapsulated who they were and kind of pushed like a definition of style, or just something like that you could even emulate in your own style, and it would kind of be recognized as their signature. Like, so if you have any examples of style icons that you really love, you can go ahead, put them in the comments. But the one I talked about at the time was Katharine Hepburn, who I really love because she was witty and kind of fearless, and she took on the boys. At the time, that was a big kind of deal, especially in Hollywood, where it's super hyper feminine, and she was like kind of adamant to wear pants at a time when women weren't even wearing pants or anything. So like it was actually like kind of negative for women to wear pants, or controversial. So she is actually known as a style icon for her pants. and you can even go shopping still and be like, oh, this style, the paper bag waist kind of trousery look, that's Katharine Hepburn. It feels Katharine Hepburn, and there's a whole feeling and thing just reflected in even the style of this pair of pants. So other style icons are like Brigitte Bardot, known for her dark eye makeup, big voluminous blonde hair. I don't know why I can only think of two right now. There's like, you could go through, oh yeah, like Madonna, Marilyn Monroe, like those are the big ones. Anyone, any kind of Hollywood star in the 20s, like, but so they're all known for like different features of how they were kind of consistently dressed, but it was all represented kind of an aspect of their personality and their just like if they were, yeah, like Madonna is a good example for her reflecting kind of the times and reflecting a message and even like pushing a boundary in your style. Or so yeah, these are all things that you can kind of look at for an inspiration of what kind of a signature style is, because you can also see just how people responded to it, all that. So yeah, style icons throughout history are all known for having a signature style. So it allows you to look identifiable, sharp, focused, and in a sense it gives you preparation, because your signature is really like shows that you're clear on what your style is, and it gives you kind of a sense of what you stand for. So signature looks don't necessarily have to be bold or extreme, because there actually are many style icons who their signature was that they were minimal. Like think about like Ralph Lauren or something. That signature look is kind of a little bit minimal and just elegant and kind of classic like American style. Like so these are like examples of overall looks or styles that are not necessarily bold, or I mean, so it can go both ways. It's not, it doesn't have to be like outrageous or, I mean, but it can be. You can be like, my signature is lots of heavy makeup and big hair and prints and all of that. So yeah, so there's that. Yeah, they don't have to be extreme. Actually, going towards your natural inclination for how you want to dress puts you more in connection with your signature style, and it's synonymous with your personal style. So this is actually a way, instead of trying to fight against anything, go more towards what you like. Don't try to put yourself into a box unless that's where maybe you haven't gone down that route and you've always wanted to. So like some people do identify their style around a certain time period, and so yeah, I'll keep going with that, because so the equation here is that you have clarity in your aesthetic. So knowing what you like and knowing how you want to come across. You, of course, everything I've talked about in defining your personal style is totally relevant, relatable to having kind of a signature look. So it should be kind of a progression that you work for simultaneously. And so what I was kind of, when I was formulating a plan or a strategy around this topic, I was like, well, what is kind of that difference, or how can you kind of get to like the details of what your signature look is? And I kind of, you know, did some research on the internet. I was finding that it was actually kind of really vague, like the concept of a signature look and how to get there. There weren't too many bullet points. So this is actually something that I just came up with on my own, and it is actually to go through all of the components of your look individually and to find which ones are actually the strongest, that you love the most, and then evaluate to what degree do you want to remain consistent with these different things. So by the way, I'm writing this out for my blog post tomorrow, so please comment if you're a little bit confused on what I'm talking about, because I want to try and communicate articulately. That's part of a live series, is helping me really to figure out how to communicate articulately with people. So I absolutely appreciate any amount of questions and or comments that just helps me figure out how I can better communicate these ideas. So little sidetrack back. So the idea is that you go through each component in your overall look and then figure out which one do you want to have be consistent and potentially even be your signature. So I'll actually break down what I mean by each component. So yeah, I think I'll come back to this section, just looking at my notes. Yeah, let's just go through the component and then maybe you can start to see a little bit more what I'm talking about. Because here's what I realized, that the strongest component could actually be the signature in and of itself. So you could have a signature look from two different angles. You could have a signature look from the overall feeling or the overall the mood or aesthetic, or you could have a signature look from having one thing that is you consistently do and it's super strong, it's super defining. So this is all a matter of kind of working with even the features so of your body or your face or whatever. What do you want to really stand out more? So when I actually first mapped out this topic in the 2 weeks, it was more supposed to be focused on hair and makeup. So that's actually the first component. So basically what I want you to do, and you can look at my blog post tomorrow where the list will be there, but you go through all of these and you decide if you were to do one thing consistently, you would pick something for each category. So the first thing I wrote was hairstyle and color. So pick one way you want your hair to style your hair every day. Do you want it long or short? Do you want to, my hair, it's pretty long. Do you want to have curled hair, super straight hair, wavy hair, messy hair? Do you want an updo? So pick one way that you would style your hair every day, and how would that be consistent? And just pick one. You're not set in stone yet, but just explore the idea of if you had one thing, one hairstyle, what would it be? So do the same thing for your eye makeup. If you had one eye makeup look, what would it be? For me, I always wanted cat eyes, and I didn't know how to do the wingtips. So this is a little bit that I also talk about, is learning the right technique. So if you want your style to go a certain way and you just haven't learned the technique yet, and I didn't learn how to do a cat eye, and I didn't learn how to curl my hair actually until this year, and I'm like, wow, I wish I'd known how to do this, because actually this is kind of part of where I wanted my signature style to go for a while. So learning the right technique is part of this as well. So you want to do research around this. You can look, sorry, there's like a siren going on right now. So you can look up, browse through eye makeup styles, funnel through and just see which one would be the one that you would want to maybe have be your day-to-day style. So pick that, and then you can watch makeup tutorials or whatever and just learn how to do it if you don't know how to do it. So yeah, the next thing is even a lip color. So pick maybe one lip color. Just try and see what would that one lip color be that was perfectly consistent. If you wore it every time, you would feel confident in a variety of situations. Then you can also consider your overall makeup look. If you want to have a really natural kind of minimal makeup look, or if you want to have really defined and do all the contours and blushes and highlights and stuff, that can all be part of it, because you actually have a lot of control in how you want to contour your face, and maybe even change the way your face looks a little bit. So then I put even nail color. What would that signature nail color shape of the nail be? Would you have long claws, or do you want just nude? Like for me, I finally decided my signature nail color is going to be nude, because I was going for darker, but my nails get ratchet pretty easily because I use my hands for so many activities. And I don't know if you can hear, like, there's a lot going on outside right now because it's Pride. Cars honking, car alarms going off. Yeah, hopefully this doesn't distract me too much. And then yeah, accessories is a great one. So do you always want to wear, you know, big earrings, or do you always want to wear a big necklace, or no accessories? What if you had one kind of consistent accessories look in your wardrobe? I need a soundproof vinegar. Right, yeah, I think it was actually funny. So I tried to film my YouTube video in the front room because I was like, oh, that'll have like the best light. And it ended up being so noisy. Like, and this is for what I said, I wanted like a curated YouTube, but it was like literally, I would finally be like, okay, I'm awkward in front of the camera. This is me trying a couple months ago before I got more comfortable. And I'd finally say everything perfectly articulately, but there would be like a siren in the middle of it, or just like cars honking, or tires screeching, or people yelling. So thanks for that tips, sis. Spot on. So yeah, accessories, like what would be your consistent look for accessories? And then even a style of shoe. For me, I always wear heels. Hold on a second. Julius, come on. So yeah, I always like to wear high heels. It's kind of part of my signature look because it works for the city. It's pretty versatile. So you can think about, even I wear pointy-toed shoes because it fits my foot shape really well, and I think it kind of looks edgy, and it also elongates my legs as well. That's why I kind of have that. So you can think about the shape of the shoe, the style of the shoe that really works for you. And then you can think of the overall theme. And I mean, we talked about mood, but a lot of things that fashion stylists do is they kind of have categorize different styles. So there is like boho chic, you know, casual, minimal, classic, tailored, or whatever, sporty. So edgy. You can kind of look up categories of personal style themes, and then you could even think of her. I'm getting a text right now about Stacey London. So Stacey London did What Not to Wear. She's the hostess. So sorry, that's a sidetrack just because my phone's also notifying me of texts. But so yeah, she kind of puts people into like a more modern and just more works with people's bodies and all of that. Anyways, sorry, that was a sidetrack. So yeah, so you can also think about everything that we talked about with defining your personal style, silhouette, color, and these are all just things that will help you get to your signature. But then what did I mean earlier back when I said, so the signature one of these components can be the signature in and of themselves. So you map out everything. If you were to pick one and do it consistently, maybe you see that actually one really, really works for you. So for me, I think the cat eyes has really, really worked for me because it's something that I think fits the shape of my eyes, and I can wear it in all of the situations in my life, from school to going out to going to events, and it's kind of a little bit of kind of that edginess of just, you know, it is like a strong shape around the eyes, and but it's not like as much of like a stronger, like darker eye makeup look. Like it's not so strong as like the smoky eye, that maybe it's not versatile for going to like different types of professional events and stuff. So that to me has kind of become one of my signatures, and that's like something I want to consistently do for my makeup. And so that's just kind of an example more of what I'm talking about when you find your signature. Also the earrings. I've always worn earrings first. Actually, I have kind of a rigid system, which this is not how you have to do it at all. It's just it's the way my brain is wired, and yeah, I like can't do it any other way. Actually, kind of my brain will short circuit if I do it anyway. But I have to have the earrings first. Then second, I will put on bracelets or a watch, but I won't put on bracelets or watch if I haven't done the earrings first. And I won't put on a necklace unless I've done the earrings and the bracelets and the watch. And then the last thing I would do is put more bracelets on this wrist. So I have to have a certain pathway in which I put my jewelry on, which is, maybe it's a little strange, but if that's something like that's how your brain works, you can follow it and be consistent with it like that. And so any questions? Let me just see how else I can kind of make this kind of idea of figuring out your signature. And so, right, when you break things down of kind of what you want to be a part of your style, then you know kind of what you need to research and also what you kind of want to have on hand to keep it consistent. So it actually makes it easy for you to get ready in the morning if you kind of know what's something that defines you and you can just do it consistently. Yeah, and then just take the time to inform yourself of the right technique to achieve the look you want. So for me, that was learning how to curl my hair almost like in my late 20s, and it just worked for the volume of my hair. So you're just figuring out what you need to work with your body. So I have pretty high volume hair, and for the longest time I wish I could have like stick straight hair, but it was super hard for me to get the look I wanted because my hair didn't naturally do that. So I learned how to curl my hair. It kind of gave like the right layer for the overall look that I was going for, even though I should have curled my hair today for the example. But so that was just an example of if you know what you want in your style, and maybe for some reason the way your body is built is not quite working for you, it's not quite hitting the mark on what you want. It could be like a surprise technique or a way of doing something, or a way of doing your makeup that actually just kind of allows it to work finally for your favor. So this could be a whole nother topic of kind of finding that thing that really starts to work in your favor instead of work away from your favor, and it can apply across the board to all of the topics so far. So yeah, I should write out that on it for another day. I mean, for finding your signature, finding your personal style, try to go the easy route as well. Like, you know, push yourself, challenge yourself, but ultimately you're trying to figure out who you are and trying to, you know, just like figure out what makes you feel confident and just like expressing yourself. So sometimes actually just going the natural route or going really for what you love is actually the better thing to do, and so it does go both ways. All right, so thank you for tuning in, and I will see you all tomorrow with whatever the next topic is. I think it is shopping. Okay, so shopping with integrity, how to hold yourself accountable to your style definition and values. So that's it. Thank you. Bye.